Last week I had somebody ask me about tying a 9-part 5-bight Casa Knot, and I've got the drawing for a 5-part 3-bight Sobre-Casa Knot in my book because it's easier to tie as a Sobre, which races into the 9-part 5-bight. And then he wanted a Type 2 pineapple. But I'd like to tie the 9-part 5-bight, do a regular pineapple in it, and tie it from the opposite side. We'll see when we get there. Let's tie this 9-part 5-bight first. Okay, so we go over our mandrel, and then we do an over. Then we do an over. Then we do over 2 and under our standing end. That was in that drawing. Well, that drawing, and now we're here. And we're going to do over 2 and under 1. Right, there's our over 2 and under 1. Now I turn this, and now we're going to do over 1. I'm going to straighten her out here. Okay, so we're just splitting tracks. So we go over 1, under 1, over 1, and under 1. And that finished our 5-part 3-bight Sobre-Casa Knot. So now we are going to cross our standing end. We're going to go up the left-hand side, following the left side of our standing part. Over, under, over, under, and out over the knot, over the outside bight. Okay, that laid our tracks going up. Now we're going to just come right here and go over. So we come out over, so we're going to go in over, and we're following this strand, doing under. So it's over 1, under 1, over 2, because this one over 2, under 1, and out over the bight of the strand that we were following. And then that brings us to our standing end, and we'll go under it. Now we're to our tracks, and we're just going to split our tracks going over 1, under 1, if my needle will go under, then over 2, under 1, over 1, and under the outside bight. Now we're going to turn our corner, go over this outside bight. See where it's over here and over there? We're going to go over it and under that strand that's under there to get into our tracks. Now it's just over 1, under 1, splitting tracks all the way down through our knot. Over 1, under 1. And now this bight right here, see how it slipped clear up underneath that X? We got to pull it out so that we can go over 1, under 1, and lock in that over 1, under 1 pattern. And that brings us back to our standing end, and we tied a Sobre knot, so our standing end is over. So we've got to go over and under right there to finish our knot. Now, when you have an odd number of part, like either the 5 or the 9, well, any odd number part, and it doesn't matter if it's a 5 bight or if it's a 5/6 or a 7/6 or whatever. If it's an even number of parts, and you can, if you look at a multi-strand knot, when you tie a multi-strand knot, if one side is a sobre where the knot, where the strand's coming out from under and going in over on one end, and then if you turn it around and it's the other way, it's coming out with an over and in with an under, you know it's an odd number of parts. So if you tie a multi-strand knot, that's how you can tell. And if it's the same on both sides, it's an even number of parts. But anyway, I want, okay, we tied a sobre knot here. So our strand is coming out under and then going in over. Our standing end is over our outside bight. Now where it's an odd number of parts, if I turn it around, this side is regular. It's coming out over, coming in, going in, under. So we're going to tie our type 1 pineapple interweave, just regular interweave, and we're going to do it from this side, the regular side, just to show you that you can tie this from either side, either regular or sobre. Okay, so we're doing a pineapple. We go in under 2. And when you go in under 2, whichever side that you're coming out with, we're coming out with that string. So we're following the strand on our left. Okay, so we're going to just follow it. Over 1, under 1, over 1, under 1. Now we're to the top, right side. We're going to go over 1 and under a 2x, under that x. Now the strand we come out with is that strand, so that's the one we're following. And I could go over both of them right there because that's going over the 2. So we're going to go over, under, over, and then under 2 to split that pair. Now we're going to go over 1 and under our X. Now we're following this one. Over, under, over, under 2 to split that pair. You've got to watch and learn what a pair looks like so you can split a pair. Now we're going to go over 1 and under our X. Now we're over 1, under 2 to split that pair. Over 1, under 2 to split that pair. Now we're going to go over 1 and under the X. Over 1, under 2 to split that pair. Over 1 and under 2 to split that pair. And my red string's wanting to tie knots with us here. Okay, we're going to go over 1, under the X plus one more, so that's a 3X. under 2 to split that pair, over 1, under 2 to split that pair, and now here's our standing end. We're coming here, we're going to cross the standing end of our interweave string, and we're going to go under a 3x. So right here we went over 2 to split this pair, and under 3x to split that pair. Now we're going to go over 1, under 2 to split the pair, over 1, and under 2 to split that pair, now we're going to go over 2 to split this pair, and we're going to go under a 3x. It's this strand and these two strands, the standing end and the working end of our primary knot that's up here, we're going to count as 1, and then this new one is going to be our 3 for our 3x. Okay, now the strand we're following is this one, so it's over 1 and then it's under 2 to split that pair. It's over 2 to split that pair, under 2 split a pair. Now it's over 2 to split this pair, and under 3x to split that pair coming out. Now we're over 1, under 2 to split that pair, over 2 to split a pair, under 2 split a pair, over 2 to split this pair, under 3x to split this pair, and it's just over 2 under 2 splitting pairs on our last pass. So it's over 2 split a pair, under 2 split a pair, over 2 split a pair, under 2 split a pair, over 2, we'll go under 3x just to finish our knot right there. I'm going to have a twist if I don't do that. Okay. Okay, so this was our primary knot, was a 9-part 5-Bight Casa knot that was tied as a sobre knot. Then we turned it around and come in from the other side, which would be the regular knot side, and just put a regular type 1 pineapple interweave in it. I hope you will try to tie this knot. Thank you for watching.